Well, we are getting more information today about exactly what happened at the Omaha shopping mall Wednesday. The gunman, Robert Hawkins, actually showed a friend's mother the gun that he would wind up using in the rampage. Now, she later said that she thought he might hurt himself, but never thought that he would harm anyone else. Here's how one witness described the attacks to a 911 operator.
He came up the elevator and opened fire in the elevator area.
So he came up, walked off the elevator and started firing?
He started firing in the air.
Okay. You don't know where he went after he unloaded or after he shot his weapon?
I don't, because I got down.
Well, Dr. Anandhi Narasimhan joins us now. She is a psychiatrist with more. Doc, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So the reports about this guy are just uniformly disturbing. But this woman, we should clarify that he lived with his parents, then he got kicked out for threatening his mother. He became a ward of the state for 4 years. Then at the time he was 19, he winds up living with this woman who was this family who was connected with one of his friends. The mother of that family is the one he called an hour before this rampage, suggesting that it was too late to stop him, that he had left her a note, and it dawns on her that he may be about to hurt himself. This guy's 19. He's not in college. Who do you call? What could be done if this happens to anybody else? What can be done with an adult like that?
Well, when someone is exhibiting symptoms of a mental illness like social withdrawal, making voicing his concerns that, oh, I might hurt myself, I might want to hurt other people, that should be acted on immediately.
Right, but what do you do? I mean, I remember in the Virginia Tech shootings, the roommates, the suite mates of that murderer called 911 at one point because he was threatening to kill himself, and called school authorities. But what can you do with an adult who's not in school?
You can call crisis lines. There are hotlines. You can call a community mental health center. These agencies are open 24 hours a day. They have help available 24 hours a day. You can express your concerns. You can say, you know what, I'm worried about this individual. Could someone come evaluate? What should I do? You know, could the police come by and take a look at him and make sure that he's not at an imminent risk of hurting other people or hurting himself?
You know, one of his friends said, and I quote, "He should have gotten help. I think he needed someone to help him." Can it be as simple as having a friend or someone, perhaps like this surrogate mother, tell him, look, I care, what can I do?
You know, that certainly can help, but it's not enough. When somebody has impaired judgment and they're not thinking properly, they need help of a professional. They need a trained mental health professional to help them with this. Sometimes they require medication, sometimes they require close observation, sometimes they require a different modified structure.
If you know somebody like this, but you don't know them well, and that was probably the case for a lot of the people who knew this guy because he didn't have a lot of friends, can you call a crisis center and say, there's this guy, I want you to look into it. I don't want to be involved in it, but I think you need to look into this guy.
Definitely, definitely.
You can?
Yes, you can.
And what do they do? How do they contact such a person and take the next step?
Well, if that mental health professional on the other line feels that this is someone that looks like they could be an imminent danger to other people or themselves, they can call police agencies or crisis centers that can come and evaluate that individual right then and there to make sure that they're not at risk. And if they are, that they get further treatment, they get further evaluation, they go to an emergency room of a hospital, they go to some facility where there's some close supervision and observation until they can get further treatment.
Yeah, I'm sure all are wishing they had done something like that today. It's so tough to predict these things, but thanks so much, Dr. Narasimhan, for your expertise on it.
You're very welcome.